Like complete
Is that
garbage.
what TikTok is to you? Then
It's
why
not.
are you always on TikTok, bro?
I'm not always on TikTok. You're always on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm always on TikTok. I have no shame in it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of a carcast.
Yes, this is episode number 10. We made it.
Number 10.
Episode number 10. I remember reading an article that said most podcasts that start don't even make it to episode number 10.
That's crazy.
Well, we're not a podcast, we're a carcast, but we made it to episode 10.
That's true.
I'm Barry. This is Sinat. Where are we today?
We are in Santa Monica, the land of, honestly, probably like what everyone thinks about when they think about LA, even though it's technically not LA.
Yeah, that's the funny part. Like when you think of LA, this is the stereotypical vibe of what LA is.
Yeah.
You know, you got the plastic surgery models, you have the good-looking people everywhere, you have the beach side.
Yeah, the beach side, the vibes.
But it's not even technically Los Angeles City. It's part of LA County, but
That's
Santa
true, that's
Monica, Santa Monica is its own city.
Yeah, which is interesting, but you know, that's okay. And I'm here to tell you today what I hate about Santa Monica.
What do you hate?
I hate so many things about Santa Monica. One, unreasonably overpriced. Like,
Oh yeah.
cost of living here, in terms of like apartments, rent, it's just like crazy high. And I get that it's on the beach, so obviously rent on the beach is gonna be a little bit more expensive, but what I don't understand is why it's gotta be expensive? It's kind of dirty here. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's the fault of Santa Monica that it's so expensive. Like people want to be here.
Santa Monica, the city itself.
Like people are paying the price. That's why it's so expensive.
But why though? And it's like always colder here. Like we were just in LA, like central LA, and it was like 80 degrees, 75 degrees. We came here, it's now 65. Like the weather's not as nice. It's not that LA weather that everyone talks about.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's cooler though. Like, isn't it nice to be cooler sometimes? Yeah, I guess in the winter it would be inconvenient, but it's probably more consistent over here.
What do you mean by consistent? Like the weather is more consistent?
Yeah, like
here?
if you go to like downtown LA, it can hit high 90s, even
Okay.
100s sometimes in the summer.
Okay.
You're probably not going to get that here in Santa Monica.
Okay. But then again, I feel like it gets cloudy here more often
That's true.
than other parts of
That's
LA.
true. Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, LA weather is kind of weird if you think about it. Like, you can be in one part of LA, it's sunny, hot. You go to the other part, it's 60, cloudy. Like, it really doesn't make much sense.
I don't know. If you're complaining about LA weather,
Oh, no, you're
then
right. You're right.
You are on to something very bad. Coming from Houston, where the weather is truly bipolar.
Bro, it's
can't-
just humid year
can't
round.
complain.
At least that's consistent in Houston.
Yeah, but like LA is just great weather all around.
Okay, I'll give you that. I mean, I guess I have no reason to complain. Like, I literally came from the Northeast where it's either cold as it could possibly be or it's hot as it could possibly be.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna stop complaining. Today, I choose happy. I am not angry. I do not hate Santa Monica. That was an exaggeration, okay? Positivity.
I hate Santa Monica.
Well, why do you hate Santa Monica?
I don't like the stereotypical LA. Like when people think of LA, that's what they think of. They think of like superficial people, superficial attitudes. And in Santa Monica, you will probably get that. But what I love about LA is the 90% other part of it. Because most people who live in LA don't live in Santa Monica. The millions and millions of people
It's true.
actually live in places like South LA, East LA,
That is
Central
facts.
LA. Like that's where the actual people live, and that's where I think you find a lot of the beautiful perspectives, open-minded people, and really just fresh stuff. Like every neighborhood, something unique. All the houses are so different.
True.
Everything is just so different. They're so nice. And that's what I love about LA. Santa Monica
Doesn't
I don't know.
encompass that diversity that you speak of. It doesn't encompass the personality.
Yeah,
I feel that. I feel that. I really do. Yeah, and another interesting thing that a lot of things I've seen recently in Santa Monica are a ton of TikTokers, and seeing like a TikToker out in nature, out in the streets filming a TikTok's really weird. Because I'm like, oh, this is like the behind the scenes, and it's kind of silly. You have like a tripod with a phone on it. And it got me thinking, like, would you ever want to be a famous TikToker? Would you ever want to reach that point?
I wouldn't want to be known as a TikToker.
Okay, what would
But-
you want to be known as?
I would like to have the biggest carcast in the world, which luckily we've already achieved. I think we are the biggest carcast in the
It's
world.
true because there's no other car cast.
If someone has a carcast out there, I would love for them to like find this and be like, "Hey, you are not original." But because I searched, I tried to find another carcast, couldn't
That's
find
true.
it.
I have never seen
So
any of these.
until then, I will say that we have the biggest carcast
Okay.
in the world.
So
But,
you want
yeah.
to be known as a car caster, not a TikToker.
Yeah, I guess I don't use TikTok enough to
Okay.
really resonate with that.
Okay.
But I do I'm starting to relate to being out there in public filming
Okay.
things. I mean, setting up the camera on top of this car, people kind of look, and when we're doing our little food tours or stuff where we're kind of vlogging in outside in real life, now I start to relate to that kind of population.
Okay. Okay.
Would you want to be a famous TikToker?
I mean, you see, in terms of what happens when you're a famous TikToker, like, you know, the free tickets you get to places, they fly you out places, like, there's a lot of cool things that you can do. I think I'm kind of down. Like,
Yeah.
but, like, what does it take to be a famous TikToker? Like, like,
Yeah.
how do you define that?
I don't think I'd ever want to make content that is complete trash. Like complete
Is that what
garbage.
TikTok is to you? Then
It's
why
not.
are you always on TikTok, bro?
I'm not always on TikTok. You're always on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm always on TikTok. I have no shame in it. I literally bring it up at work. I'm like, yeah, I saw this TikTok, and now like I'm starting to get embarrassed by it. So when I like learn something, I'm just like, yeah. So I was reading about how there's this thing, and then Barry's like, so like you saw that on a TikTok. I'm like, no, I was reading in an article.
Yeah,
Like
she gets all her information from TikTok.
bro.
How many hours do you think you spend on average per week?
So I did check my screen time recently, and it is like 2 to 3 hours a day, which
Wow.
isn't as bad
That's
as
pretty bad, I'd say. 2 to 3 hours per day
That's not
on
that
TikTok.
bad. That's not
That's
that bad.
TikTok. That's not even like Netflix or something where you
No,
watch
but,
long
like-
form content. This is 2 to 3 hours of just like these short 30-second. Wow. That's
No, they're
wild.
not 30 seconds. First of all, they're max 1 minute.
That's why I picked the average 30 seconds.
Now you know what the average TikTok length is.
I just took the middle between 0 and 60.
That's not what an average bro. You ever took statistics?
Yeah.
But okay. First of all, I use TikTok for a lot of things. Like
Okay.
it introduced cooking to me. It really did. Like, for example, I brought in my cooking career because of TikTok, which is like a big thing.
Honestly, I'm
like,
so grateful for TikTok
Yeah.
because of that. Because now I'm eating good.
Yeah.
I'm eating some really good recipes.
yeah.
So now I'm
like,
making some bomb food every day from different cuisines.
without TikTok, that would have happened. Like,
It's
I
true.
just loved the 60-second snippets of recipes.
Yeah.
And in addition, when I'm getting ready for bed, I kind of just have in the background. It's not like I'm static all day just staring at my phone. Like, it's kind of like moving with me. Like, when I'm in the kitchen, you know, there's more to it. I'm not just sitting there watching TikToks.
That's fair.
That's not what's happening.
That's fair.
So the point is, I think that being a famous TikToker doesn't sound like a bad time.
Do you think TikTok's going to be one of those things that lasts 5-10 years down the line?
Oh yeah. And I'll tell you why. Because even though things are going back to normal, a lot of people are thinking, oh, once things go back to normal, now a lot of people are going to be on TikTok anymore. I think things are going back to normal and people are still on TikTok. And it's growing even more.
What's the relationship between TikTok and going back to normal?
Well, okay, it's kind of like if you've heard of the app Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Which what's a good way of describing the
Clubhouse. If you haven't heard about it, it's like this exclusive platform where you have to get invited to download the app, and then once you download the app, you can join these rooms where you talk to other people, like your friends or even like famous people. They'll have just these rooms that you can go in and talk to people or just sit in and listen.
Yeah.
That lasted for a solid 3 minutes. No,
And
like three. There was like 3 weeks where it was really popping.
No, like it lasted longer. Like it was
Longer than
popping
3
for a
weeks?
while. Yeah, like Clubhouse lasted for a while, especially like in the peak
2 months.
quarantine?
Max. 2 months max.
Yeah, and the peak of quarantine, that's an example of an app where it only really worked during the peak of the quarantine,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And a lot of people were also saying the same about TikTok. Like, you know, more people are at home. just like, you know, a little bored, making some content. So they didn't think TikTok would last, but it is lasting.
Yeah, you're right. I hope it does last and doesn't get like swallowed up like Vine or like those other things that just were like Facebook just rips off and then.
True.
Because they are YouTube and Facebook. Already, I kind of doing it. Facebook
That's
with Instagram,
so true,
like Instagram
actually.
Reels,
the snippets, or no, what are they called?
Reels,
Instagram Reels,
and then YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts.
So like my theory is that it could just be where those take over and TikTok becomes obsolete. But time will tell. We'll see. I
don't know. TikTok is growing. Isn't it crazy to think about like the influence TikTok has had in like everyday life? Like top hits, top music. It's all like songs that popped up in TikTok, which is kind of crazy.
It's
like
an interesting platform.
So many things are happening, and I don't know. I kind of think it's a app that's not just an app, a platform that's going to really take off. Like,
why don't you make TikToks?
Well, you see,
Santa Monica Pier, by the way, just to point it out.
Oh yeah,
this is a crowded, very popular tourist spot.
Bro, it's the most crowded I've ever seen it. That's crazy.
Is it really?
Yeah. Did you see? Like the boardwalk full of people. Crazy. I mean, it is what it is. It is Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
But why do I make TikToks? Is that your question?
Yeah, that was my question.
Man, like I would say that I think I'm too awkward for them. Like I think you need to really craft. Like there has to be an actual like style to making TikToks. You can't just go and create one. No. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot that goes into it, like, a lot more than you think. And, like, I actually saw a TikTok recently, I read online how the algorithm of TikTok really depends on that first 2 seconds of the TikTok.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, it's all about strategy. You can't just go and be like, I'm going to make a TikTok. Like, you really have to, like, draft it. I think it involves a lot of strategy, and it's not easy at all. Like.
So you don't do it because it's hard?
No, I don't do it because I don't think that's the type of content I want to make. Like, I like the idea of YouTube because I like the longer content. I feel like I can offer more knowledge there.
Yeah.
But, like, with TikTok, I don't know how much I can provide in 60 seconds, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
like,
it is like
it is what it is.
Short form content.
Yeah.
I like with YouTube, we can take our time and do things.
Yeah. I like the editing of YouTube, and I guess with TikTok, actually, I've seen some TikToks. They're like movies, like they are so well edited, like very legit. I've seen that. That's true. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah.
Why are you not on TikTok? Actually, you made a TikTok before. You made a couple of TikToks. Yeah, you did a tree TikTok, and then you made a fridge TikTok. Remember the fridge trend?
I was trying to figure out how to use the app.
Yeah, oh my god, TikTok makes me feel old. How do you even make one?
It's actually quite complicated. Posting a TikTok actually requires a lot of like layers because when you go in there, you have to like film the video.
True.
You can like stitch together videos, add effects.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, it was too complicated for me. I'm too
we old? Like,
I'm a boomer, man.
No, like, we
boomer.
can't say that. We're literally 25.
I'm not 25.
And 24.
You're
25
old.
and 24.
Yeah.
25 and 24. Like, we're supposed to know these things. I think, man, I really don't want to be old.
I mean, when I was in my teenage years, I thought 24 was pretty old. So, I mean, I got to accept it for what it is. I'm Grandpa Barry now. Grandpa Barry.
I think it's kind of weird, I would say, growing up and reaching the stage of life where you're finally like, oh, I don't really get what the kids are saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the kids, okay? It's true. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's the age when there are, like, well-known people around the world younger than you now, where it's like...
Well, yeah, and you're like, oh.
It's like, oh, that person just, like, won an Olympic medal, and they're 18?
Like, okay.
They just, you know, they're a billionaire entrepreneur at the age of 22?
Yeah, okay. Same. I relate to this content.
When you were a kid, you got the luxury of saying, like, oh...
I'm just a kid.
I'm just a kid, you know, in a few years that time will come. But now it's like, oh, well...
Like, all right, well, I guess it's not gonna happen. And like, no, I remember growing up, like, always like searching for like celebrities who were also my age, and I'm like, all of them are older, and now I'm like, dang, they're all like younger than me, man. That's crazy.
It is pretty wild.
So yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it's like getting old.
Yeah.
To clarify, we are not old. We're just getting older and wiser.
That's true.
So it's actually, at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, we can still enjoy a lot of life with this nice sunset here in Santa Monica.
Oh yeah, that's honestly a beautiful way to wrap up this carcast with a beautiful sunset, good vibes, talking about age and wisdom.
For sure. As much as I'm a Santa Monica hater, I will not deny that it has some beautiful spots, beautiful sights. It's got some nice beaches. It doesn't have nice beaches, not gonna lie. You want to go?
Yeah, it's near some nice beaches.
You want to go to the beach? Drive up a couple miles to get to Malibu.
Oh yeah, that's the move. That's the move.
But yeah, we'll wrap up here. Peace and love, as always. We will see you next time. Where we will be, we don't know. But take it easy until then.
Bye.